Steven Spielberg's director's chair was a very rare simulator slash game which taught you how to direct a Hollywood movie. It starred, of course, Steven Spielberg, Penn Teller, Jennifer Aniston, and Quentin Tarantino. It's a very rare game, as you can tell. It's very expensive if you were to buy it, brand new. And it is very rare. A lot of people have never heard about it or knew of its existence. Basically, Steven Spielberg guides you through the process of making your own movie, from writing the scripts, all that kind of stuff. There's a bit of humor in it. He used a lot of big names, writers of The Lion King and stuff like that. We're going to be hopping into that right now and see exactly what this rare game was like.
Excuse me, where's this one going?
Stage 17, watch your backs.
Welcome. I've chosen you to direct our next project, so welcome to the studio. Now, making movies is one of the greatest jobs in the world. You've got to have talent and intuition, patience, and energy, and the real innate ability to tell a story, and a comfortable pair of shoes. Of course, a great crew is also essential, so I've handpicked some of the best people in Hollywood to work with you, and I'll be around to guide you through the process from writing the script to premiering the film, the movie you're about to personally make. So go to Studio Operations and please sign in.
Whoa, just a minor trembler, nothing to really worry about. Welcome to Southern California. I'm your PA, that's short for production assistant. Come on into operations to sign in. You can't start production until you do. I'm here to assist you. If you ever need help, just click on the pager. I'll leave it here on the desk. Oh, I know I have it here somewhere. 1 second. Got it.
Okay, now this is Studio Operations where you get started. So grab one of the blank slates and then sign in.
If your name is correct, hit OK. If you'd like to change it, do so now. Then hit OK. Click on the newspaper when you're done reading it. The guys at the studio are thrilled you're directing this picture, but they run a tight ship here, so they're going to monitor your budget and schedule on a daily basis. Here, take a look, then click on it to move on. Click on the budget when you're done reviewing it. Click on the budget when you're done reviewing it. You should go next door to pre-production to start writing your script. Click on the exit icon over there to go out to the lot. Just move your mouse to the right or the left and have a look around.
It all begins with the written word. We owe our careers to the writers, and my saying has always been, if it's not on the page, it's not on the stage. So we got you a couple of positively and really amazing, terrific writers, Ted and Terry, or Terry and Ted, who have their own ideas, so learn early to collaborate, knowing that in the end, it's you who must make the final decision about the story that you want to tell. So this is your first time up at bat. Keep it nice and simple. The story that's been greenlit is that of a prisoner wrongly accused of murder who's about to be executed unless his girlfriend can find who set him up. Unfortunately, this studio is only willing to let you tell one side of the story. So whose story do you want to tell, the prisoner's or the girlfriend's?
Great choice. That's exactly the way we would have gone. My name's Ted.
My name's Terry. We co-wrote the animated film Aladdin.
And so in Hollywood, we're the perfect pair to write a prison picture.
We're really excited to be working with you. Hey, we're your biggest fans.
Biggest fans.
Now listen, do you want to give some creative input in this story, or should we write it alone?
Well, to tell you the truth, we already took a crack at it.
Click on the script and have a look.
And when you're done, get on out there to production and hit us a home run.
Congratulations on your script. Now you'll need to give your film a working title. Don't worry, you can change your title at any time back in operations. FYI, by now, all the major papers and all the online services have read your script, so you'd better do something original with it. By the way, your script is now available in all locations and can be printed out in studio operations.
This is the room where you'll create the marketing campaign for your film. You'll have the opportunity here to create advertising that'll communicate to people all over the world the reasons they should go out and pay to see your movie. If your movie doesn't open to big audiences, you get to blame all the people in this room.
Most people think that once a film is finished, the movie-making process is complete. In fact, there's quite a bit more to it. Hi, I'm Buffy Shutt. I run the marketing department. Our group designs the posters and ads that you see in newspapers, on buses, and at your local movie theater. I've created marketing campaigns for such films as Babe, Apollo 13, Casper, and T2. When we envision a campaign, we often find the key to it is in a music cue, a single image, or a line from the script. Good lines sell the movie. Great lines become part of our vocabulary. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Houston, we have a problem. I'll be back. Let's see if we can come up with something unique for your film. Click on the poster maker, title vision, or the Tick-O-Matic, and your PA will show you how to create your campaign.
I'll bet you're sitting there with your stomach in knots, terrified no one's going to like your movie. Well, to take your mind off that, let's get to work on the marketing campaign. If you want to start on the poster design, click on the drawing table. To print up tickets, use the Tick-O-Matic. Use the title vision machine to print credit titles to add to your film. This is where you'll make your titles. Just answer the questions that the title machine asks, and you'll get to make the credits for your film. This is where you'll make tickets for your film's premiere. Just answer the questions as they come up, and when you're done, you can print out the tickets 8 at a time. Okay, that blank spot in the middle of your desk is your canvas. In order to place a graphic image onto your canvas, click on the stacks of pictures on the left. When you click on a stack, you'll see all of that stack's images displayed. Click on whatever image you want, then drag it to the canvas. Place as many as you want to work with. Once they're on the canvas, you can select your images and move them to the foreground or the background. Resize them or erase them. If you make a mistake, use the undo button. If you don't like an image, click on the eraser and the selected image will disappear. If you want to add words, click on the stencils. When you're done, you can print your poster with the print button. If you have any trouble, use the help screen on my PA page for further details.
Okay, your screenplay is done and it's been approved by the studio, which means that now you're ready to start production. Production is tough. You'll have to consider every decision you make. And because this is your first time, this studio is going to be constantly in your face on the budget and schedule. Don't worry, that happens to me too. If you plan your shots and you stick to your script, I'm sure you're going to do great. I never start production without first hiring a brilliant director of photography.
Hi, my name is Dean Cundy. Some of the films I've shot include Jurassic Park, Casper, Back to the Future, and Roger Rabbit. One of the most challenging sequences I've ever had to do was the raptor scene in the kitchen for Jurassic Park. The excitement of the storytelling had to be told by the images, which was greatly complicated by the fact that the images came at different times and from different places. Sometimes the actors were in empty rooms, sometimes the actors worked with large mechanical dinosaurs, and sometimes the dinosaurs came from the computer. And all of this had to be tied together by the lighting and the camera angles. So you can see that movies are about images, and translating the director's vision of the story into images is my job. So I've read your script, very visual. I've broken it down by moods, made choices about which lights to use, which lenses, and even what film stock is appropriate. So why don't you open the script and click on the first scene that you'd like to shoot.
Great place to start. The green viewfinder shows you where our master shot is set up. Master shot is a wide shot that shows all the action of a scene. As a novice, you'll be shooting all master shots. Click on the green viewfinder to load your shot, then the green camera button down there to roll camera.
This will be picture. Quiet, please. Rolling.
Speeding!
Action.
The scene, Ravenswood Prison. Behind these cold stone walls, Jack Cavello eats his last meal, hears his last rites, and at 12 noon will walk that long last mile to the electric chair. The world was shocked when it learned of the brutal slaying of heiress Victoria Hemmerdinger. The killer's motive? Theft of her famed jewelry collection, including the spectacular diamond tiara del Fuego. Her trusted chauffeur, Jack Cavello, was arrested and convicted, but the jewels were never recovered. Instrumental in Cavello's capture were Sigmund Payne and Leroy Terror, magicians, escape artists, and personal psychics to Mrs. Hemmerdinger. It was they who led police to the murder weapon, a pearl-handled saber found in the trunk of Cavello's car.
After you watch a shot, click on the red reel button down there to print it. That means you'll be able to take it to the editing room. If you don't print the shot, then you won't have it when you get there. If you'd like to see the shot again, click on the picture of the camera again. Once you've printed a shot, the viewfinder will become gray.
That's a print.
If you want to shoot a new scene, you can either select one from your script book or use the scroll bar to find the scene you want.
Hi, I'm Yvonne, the hairdresser for your movie. It's going to take about 40 minutes to get Laura ready for the movie.
I'm Allison, your costume designer. I do costumes, not magic. You didn't tell me you wanted a mummy costume. Where am I going to get a mummy? It's going to take 45 minutes to tear the rags for this costume.
Hi, I'm Yvonne, the hairdresser for your movie. It's going to take about 40 minutes to get Laura ready for the movie. Hi, I'm Yvonne, the hairdresser for your movie. It's going to take about 40 minutes to get Laura ready for the movie. Okay, Laura's ready for makeup now.
The set decorators brought the wrong color curtains for the theater. I could never let you shoot that. You gotta wait. We got the right curtains for the theater. They're up and ready to go.
The first day of shooting is over. You can relax now, but not for long. It all starts again on the second day. Here, you better take a look at the schedule and budget clipboard to see how you're doing. Click on it to okay it.
Quiet on the set. And rolling.
Sound speed.
Action.
With the freely selected card lost deep within the deck, my partner Terror will psychically suck its identity from your minds. And is that your card? The Three of Clubs. Thank you. Thank you. And now, for our finale, I need a volunteer from the audience. Someone with an adventurous soul, the thirst for the unknown, and the courage to seek it.
Oh, will I do?
Oh. Yeah, I think you'll do very nicely. Step right up here, would you please?
Excuse me.
And what is your name?
Laura.
Laura. Lovely. Simply lovely. Step right in the box. Our final illusion is entitled The Beast Within. Hmm. Yeah, that seems like the right setting. There once was a beautiful woman unjustly imprisoned by an evil king.
I'm Antonio. I'm your lighting director, and this room here is going to take a while to light. It has to be very dramatic, very theatrical, lots of color, about 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, we're done now. We're ready to go.
Very quiet, please. Rolling.
Speed on tape.
And action.
Pearl-handled saber. It's just like the murder weapon. Oh, but where did they hide the tiara? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's real. That's real. Oh.
I'm Allison, your costume designer. I do costumes, not magic. You didn't tell me you wanted a mummy costume. Where am I going to get a mummy? It's going to take 45 minutes to tear the rags for this costume. Okay, you got your mummy.
You've gone through half your scheduled time. Plan carefully for the rest of the filming.
Stand by for picture. Roll sound.
Speed!
Action.
But the lady needed her freedom, and without it, her beauty began to fade, and her darker side emerged. Hideous, isn't it? Tara, get back. But the king realized that he loved the lady, no matter what she looked like, although gorgeous babe was preferable. And it was his love that brought her back. Unfortunately, she was attacked by a roving band of raptors, and the king had her mounted and stuffed, though not necessarily in that order. What do you expect? A happy ending from two guys named Pain and Terror. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're beautiful. I love you. Peace. Drive carefully. So long, suckers.
That's a print. Roll sound.
Sound speed.
Action.
God. Oh, pick up, answer. Yes, hello, listen, please. I need the governor. She's expecting my call.
Who are you?
Oh!
What's your game?
Well, I was afraid it was old maid. But ever since I've laid eyes on you, I've been more in the mood for hearts.
You know, besides being a master illusionist, I'm also a genuine psychic.
So, do you have a crystal ball?
Ooh, it's kind of a personal question.
Well, what do you predict for my future?
Oh, I can't predict your future, my dear.
Oh, God.
Because you don't have
Hi, I'm Allison, your costume designer. We shot so late last night. All the costume houses were closed. I didn't have the pre-sizes when I left here last night. It's gonna be an hour. Sorry. Okay, we're ready in wardrobe. We can go now.
One more day. That's all that's left. Make sure you've got everything you need.
This will be picture. Quiet, please. Rolling.
Speeding.
Action.
Laura, honey.
Well, it was a pleasure working with you. Now, my job is done, so head over to the editing room and put this thing together. Oh, and I hope you'll think of me when it's time to shoot your next film.
There's an old Hollywood saying that all great movies are made in the editing room. You're going to take the footage that you've shot and you're going to assemble it. Editing is about making choices without all the pressure of physical production. You and your film editor will be looking for the most original way to tell your story. This is a time for making decisions like faster or slower, funnier or scarier, longer or shorter, and this is the place where the director has the most control, and for me personally, where I have the most fun.
Hi, I'm Michael Kahn, and a few of the films I've edited are Raiders of the Lost Ark, Jurassic Park, and Schindler's List. Editing is always fun, and each new film presents a new challenge. While editing Schindler's List in Krakow, Poland, we were also finishing Jurassic Park. We used a satellite transmission from the visual effects company in Northern California so that Steven could view and approve the dinosaur footage. But even with all this technical wizardry, we never lost sight of the importance of telling the story. This is the editing room, where you'll be creating your own story. The first step of editing any movie is to view all of your footage. Your PA will show you around the flatbed.
The editing process can be fairly complicated, so I'm going to take you through it step by step. But before I show you how to start editing, I should probably take you on a quick tour of the editing bay. By the way, I'm in control now. Your mouse isn't broken. You'll be working with two decks. The one on the left, deck 1, is your selection deck. That's where we'll be loading up each of the shots that you printed during production so you can clip out the parts of the shot you want to use in your film. On the right is your assembly deck. That's where we'll put together the edited shots to make your movie. Both of these decks are controlled by the single control panel in the middle of your screen. You can tell which deck is being controlled by the panel because the light on top of that deck's monitor will light up. I'm going to go ahead and load one of your shots into the selection deck so I can show you how the control panel works and how to make a simple edit. The first thing you need to do is click on the script and then click on the scene that you want to start with. Use the still frames at the top of your screen to select which shot from production you'd like to start editing. The master shot is always automatically loaded into the selection deck to the left. If it isn't the shot that you want to start with, you can load another shot by clicking on one of the other still shots at the top of the screen or by selecting a different scene from your script. Okay, now that we have a shot loaded, you'll need to find where to begin your story. To do this, we need to use the buttons on the control panel. The first button to start with is the play button. This will play the shot on the selection deck until we tell it to stop by hitting the play button a second time.
The scene, Ravenswood Prison. Behind these cold...
If we already know where to start our edit, use the fast forward button to find the place where we want to be. If we're very close to the start of our edit, we can use the step forward button to go ahead one frame at a time. The 3 rewind buttons on the left side of the control panel work just like the forward buttons, except they play your shot backwards. Once I've found the frame where I want to start my edit, I have to mark that spot on the film. To do this, I'll use the mark button on the control panel. This will turn the cursor into a clip that I can then clip onto the film so I'll remember where my edit begins. This is called the in point. Now that I've marked my in point, I need to find the frame where I want the edit to end, called the out point. I'll do this using the play and rewind buttons on the control panel, just like I did to find the in point. The mark button on the control panel turned into a cut button once I marked my in point. That's to remind me that my in point has been set and the next frame I mark will be my out point. I'll click on the cut button to select the end of my edit. This time the cursor will turn into a pair of scissors. Now that I've marked my in and out points on the selection deck, the cut is made and the cursor becomes a piece of film. If I like this edit, I can put this clip on my assembly deck to make it a part of my edited movie. Or if I don't like it, I can throw it away in the trash can to the right. The clip I just edited is now loaded on the assembly deck. The last frame of the clip I just cut is on the monitor. The assembly deck is active and is being controlled by the control panel. If I'm not sure about what I've edited, I can use the rewind and play buttons to take a look. If I want to trim a little bit more off this edited clip and throw it away, I can use the mark and cut buttons just as I did on the left deck. The assembly deck has another added feature. The scroll bar below the monitor lets you jump through the different cuts in your movie, just like the scroll bar in production let you jump through the different scenes in your script. Now that the first edit has been made, you'll want to go back to your script and load up the next shot and add that to your movie. To do this, you'll go through the same process that we went through for the first edit. I know this sounds complicated, but don't worry about it. You'll get the hang of it after you've made a couple of edits. Then you'll just be flying through the footage. You've still got my pager if you want to get more help on any of the buttons or other items in the room. And I can also take you through this tutorial again if you want. Just click on the PA pager button and then the replay tutorial button on the help screen. Okay, I'll clean up this mess I made so you can get to work putting together your movie. Good luck, and don't forget that you're still working under a budget and a schedule. Good pick. Now, if this isn't the scene you'd like to start with, go back to your script and pick another. Otherwise, let's get to work on this one. Okay, now the best thing to do is watch this shot to see exactly where you want to make your cut. To do this, hit the play button. If you want to stop, hit the play button again. That goes for all the other buttons too. Once to go, again to stop. When you decide where you want to start your cut, pick up the red paper clip from the center of your toolbar. Bring this clip up to the film on the left deck and click. It will set your in point. That's where you'll start your edit.
The scene, Ravenswood Prison. Behind these cold stone walls, Jack Cavello eats his last meal, hears his last rites, and at 12 noon will walk that long last mile to the electric chair.
Now that you've marked your in point, play through the shot to find where you want to end it. Once you find a good spot, stop the deck. Pick up the scissors and use them on the film on the left deck. After clicking the scissors, you should see a piece of film in your hand. That's your cut. Drag it over to the assembly deck, the one on the right, and click it. If you make a mistake, just drag it to the trash and start again.
The world was shocked. The scene, Ravenswood Prison. Behind these cold stone walls, Jack Cavello eats his last meal, hears his last rites, and at 12 noon will walk that long last mile to the electric chair. The world was shocked when it learned the world was the scene, Ravenswood Prison. Behind these cold stone walls, Jack Cavello eats his last meal, hears his last rites, and at 12 noon will walk that long last mile to the electric chair.
Great. You've gotten the hang of it. I told you it was easy. Now select another shot to follow this one and follow the same process you did the first time. Each new clip will follow the frame being displayed on that monitor.
With the freely selected card lost deep within the deck, my partner Terror will psychically suck its identity from your minds. And is that your card, the Three of Clubs. Thank you. Thank you. And now, for our finale, I need a volunteer from the audience. Someone with an adventurous soul, the thirst for the unknown, and the courage to seek it.
Oh, will I do?
Oh. Yeah, you'll do very nicely. Step right up here, would you please?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
And what is your name?
Laura.
Laura. Lovely. But the lady needed her freedom. And without it, her beauty began to fade, and her darker side emerged. Hideous, isn't it? Tara, get back. But the king realized that he loved the lady, no matter what she looked like. Although gorgeous babe was preferable. And it was his love that brought her back.
Pearl-handled saber. It's just like the murder weapon. Oh, but where did they hide the tiara? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's real. That's real.
The first day in the editing room is always terrifying. Don't worry. Everything looks great.
God. Oh, pick up, pick up, pick up. Answer, 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 answer. Come on. Yes, hello, listen, please. I need the governor. She's expecting my call.
Who are you?
Oh!
What's your game?
Well, I was afraid it was old maid. But ever since I've laid eyes on you, I've been more in the mood for hearts.
You know, besides being a master illusionist, I'm also a genuine psychic.
So, do you have a crystal ball?
Ooh, it's kind of a personal question.
Well, what do you predict for my future?
Oh, I can't predict your future, my dear.
Oh, God.
Because you don't have one.
Laura, honey.
You have more time left in your schedule, but if you're sure you want to move on, go upstairs to sound effects.
Now comes the part of filmmaking that's always fun. You've brought your edited film into the Foley studio, where you're going to work with the sound designer, Mark, to add sound effects.
I'm Mark Mangini, and I'm a sound designer. We're here on the Foley stage, which is where we create sound effects for movies. Some of the movies I've designed sound for are The Flintstones, 3 of the Star Trek movies, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin. When it sounds like it's raining in a movie, or it sounds like you're in the middle of a tropical rainforest, those sounds were put together by people like me. One of the most fun parts of designing sound for movies is getting to create sounds that don't exist in real life. So, for example, on Aladdin, to create the sound of Aladdin being chased by a tidal wave of lava, I recorded the sound of my mother's spaghetti sauce simmering on the stove. Your PA will now show you how to lay in sound effects.
All the props that you see here will create sounds that you can lay down on your film by clicking on the record button, followed by the play button, then clicking on the appropriate prop at the right time. It might take some practice, but just remember that you can erase sounds by doing the same process, but hitting the mute button instead of a prop.
Terrific first day. Remember though, you're on a tight schedule and budget. Keep moving.
The scene, Ravenswood Prison. Behind these cold stone walls, Jack Cavello eats his last meal, hears his last rites, and at 12 noon will walk that long last mile to the electric chair.
With the freely selected card lost deep within the deck, my partner Terror will psychically suck its identity from your minds. And is that your card? The Three of Clubs. Thank you. Thank you. And now, for our finale, I need a volunteer from the audience. Someone with an adventurous soul, the thirst for the unknown, and the courage to seek it.
Oh, will I do?
Oh. Yeah, I think you'll do very nicely. Step right up here, would you? And what is your name?
Laura.
Laura. Lovely. And without it, her beauty began to fade, and her darker side emerged. Hideous, isn't it? But the king realized that he loved the lady, no matter what she looked like. Although gorgeous babe was preferable. And it was his love that brought her back.
Pearl-handled saber. It's just like the murder weapon. Oh, but where did they hide the tiara? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's real. That's real. God. Oh, pick up. Answer. Yes, hello, listen, please. I need the governor. She's expecting my call.
Who are you? What's your game?
Well, I was afraid it was old maid. But ever since I've laid eyes on you, I've been more in the mood for hearts.
You know, besides being a master illusionist, I'm also a genuine psychic.
Well, so, do you have a crystal ball?
Ooh, it's kind of a personal question.
Well, what do you predict for my future?
Oh, I can't predict your future, my dear.
Oh, God.
Because you don't have one.
Laura, honey.
You ever watch a movie on TV with the sound off? Something's missing, and it's not just the dialogue. The music that plays under each scene is such a critical part of movie making because it might set a delicate mood, it might make us cry, or keep us in gut-twisting suspense, or tell us when to be scared and for how long.
Hi, I'm Lori Higgins Tobias, your music editor. I'll be doing the same work on your film as I did on the Flintstones, Stargate, and Independence Day. A music editor helps create the musical concept and foundation for the movie. While working on the Flintstones, playing music from the original cartoon series underneath early edits of the movie helped the director decide which style of music to use in the finished film. I've watched your cut, selected some music cues, and broken them down by category. You will have to decide what kind of mood to set by matching the music cues with the scenes you have already cut together. The music is broken down by category in the book, down there on the mixing board. Your PA will tell you how to lay down your music track.
In the beginning levels, you'll only have access to a few instruments, but with experience, you'll be able to add the sound of a rock band or even a symphony orchestra. To lay down your music, open the music book and select the kind of music you want to work with. From there, select a music cue and the instruments will set up to play. To record, hit the record button followed by the play button. To play the music, just click on the instruments. This section contains musical stings. Stings are short musical cues that you can use to emphasize exciting moments.
The scene, Ravenswood Prison. Behind these cold stone walls, Jack Cavello eats his last meal, hears his last rites, and at 12 noon,
Well, there you have it. I mean, it's a really long game. I don't want to keep on going on. As you level up, you unlock a lot more stuff, such as the abilities to pick from multiple different camera angles when you shoot, things like that. Yeah, it's pretty advanced as it goes on. When you play your first round, like I just showed you, you're very limited with what you can do, but as you go on and as you level up and stuff like that, you unlock more things and more abilities and the ability to really make your film really cool. It's pretty good. A lot of people didn't know of its existence, and it was kind of under the radar. But yeah, so that's Steven Spielberg's director's chair. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.